Yeah, don't do it if you're gonna get an instant headache.
I just couldn't remember I could do, like, sometimes it gives
You
me
know
a
what?
headache.
Honest to God, I may not even put myself in the. Jeez! No. I may not even put myself in the thumbnail. Just picture you doing that. What the fuck?
I don't know, can I do both eyes? Was I
You.
doing both eyes?
Yeah, I mean, you looked insane. I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Alright. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Squeaky Floorboard Society. My name is Megan,
I'm Sage.
and I probably should have asked if we were recording before I just started fucking talking.
We are recording.
I figured. But,
After what just
um,
happened, I pray to God we're recording.
yeah. Yeah. Sage, do you have any news, any updates for us before we begin?
When I came in here to sit down to record, I found the shell of my. Oh, hold on. Let me move my mic.
Oh, is that your cat's claw? Yeah, that's from your cat's claw, isn't
I
it?
know, it's so cute. I need to.
Mine leave theirs laying about. I hate it.
I never see any of her whiskers.
Her what?
I never see because we used to collect like my parents' cats' whiskers when we would find them. She, I think her whiskers are black, but I finally am finding her nail covers.
I don't find a lot of whiskers, but I
I'm
find the nail
shocked.
things constantly. Yeah, you would think with this many cats I'd find some
Yeah,
whiskies. Some little whiskies.
some little whiskies.
Yeah, other than that claw cap, have you anything else?
Have I talked to you since the package that I thought was a bomb?
No.
Okay, so I didn't talk about that. It's guys, it's been so long. So I got my Halloween costume in the mail, but I ordered it from Amazon. So
Right.
naturally, I assume it's coming in an Amazon package.
Oh, wait, you did tell me the story. I
Okay,
thought something else had happened with it.
no. Okay, so maybe
Like
I told
maybe
you wrong.
another package showed up the next day and it was a bomb.
No, any other packages that we have ordered have been. I am so glad I did not call the police during that. I was having a panic
That
attack.
would have been crazy. Can you imagine they show up and it's just like your Halloween costume?
Yeah, that would have been awful. It's a really great quality Halloween costume.
It looked nice in the picture you sent me.
It's like it's got a zipper. It's a good one.
I have to sew a zipper onto mine.
I
Probably because it's a child's costume.
I luckily don't have to. I gotta get the hair piece.
You know what? You know those like hair scrunchies that like look like hair? Just get a bunch of those and stack them.
Well, yeah, because I've got to get it to go like. Whoop.
Yeah, get like just stack those on top of your head.
Do you know how heavy that would be? I'm wearing this to work. I work with kids.
Heavy?
After like having like 12 of them to make
Maybe.
then I'm gonna be like this all day. My neck's gonna be killing me.
I have to give my. Oh, I just flew backwards. I have to give my wig another fabric softener bath because Lord, she's shiny. I can see her from here. She's pretty, but that shine. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to use some dry shampoo on it,
You might,
which I really don't want to do.
yeah. What am I looking at, Mary? Is it a wig?
Is what a wig?
The thing that I have to wear with my costume, is that a wig?
I don't know. Yeah, if you want. Huh?
Oh, I guess technically it is. Well, most of them like it's like a hard cover.
Oh,
Does it have purple mixed in with it? I don't remember.
colorblind.
You know what? After we get done, I'm probably gonna go downstairs and watch the show again.
I'm colorblind. I could not tell you if her black hair had purple in it.
Well, what are we talking about today?
All right, we are talking about.
Oh, did you have any small talk? I think you'd asked me, and then we never talked about you.
I
Uh,
did, and I totally forgot it. So if I remember it later, I'll tell you.
all right.
I feel like I had something actually interesting for once, and then I have no idea. You did that thing with your eyes, and everything
Everything.
was gone. No, nothing could remain. Today, we are talking about Hans the Werewolf.
I'm excited.
So the teenage years are a troubling time for many. But for some people, it's worse than others. It's especially bad if you live in medieval Europe and people think you're a werewolf. This was the case for Hans, who became known as Hans the Werewolf. Before we can talk about what happened to Hans, we need to understand how he got here. Hans was born in Estonia in 1633, likely to a peasant family. As a young man, he worked as a laborer in the fields. Not much else is known about his personal life until he became a victim of the Livonian witch and werewolf craze. The Livonian witch and werewolf trials will ring a bell for dedicated listeners, as Thies of Livonia was discussed earlier this season. Except Thies wasn't on trial for being a werewolf. That was just something he randomly said at a completely different, non related trial.
He just wanted to make it about him.
Yeah, he's having an I'm a star moment.
Yeah.
In 1640, a what? Oh my gosh, I think you froze for a second, and I was like, and so it was super delayed.
What?
So before I started talking, when you said yeah, it literally came after I heard myself start talking.
Okay. It's like,
It was crazy. There was a massive delay in your audio for a second. I
I
was like,
know.
huh?
It's like, what are you saying to me? Okay.
What?
Well, it's a ghost.
It's the ghost. In 1649, Hans was a mere 16 years old and was wandering the woods because it was the olden days and there wasn't anything else to do. That's where he encountered a tall man in black who spoke with, as Hans described it, a voice like thunder. The man bit him in the arm, and shortly thereafter, Hans was able to turn into a werewolf. According to Hans, he spent the next 2 years hunting as a wolf, and in 1651 this would become a matter of public interest as accusations began to spread. I saw you smile about the man biting him in the arm. Do you have any comments?
No, I just remembered that. I remember the story now.
Oh.
That's the part that made me remember everything.
Yeah. Yeah, like first the olden days were crazy as fuck. Like were people really out biting people in the woods? Cuz I here's the thing, while I don't believe Hans was a werewolf, I would not be shocked if a man just randomly bit him in the woods.
I would not be shocked by that at
Cuz like
all.
what is there to do? What is there to do?
Rabies.
Oh, yeah, you could get rabies. That would probably be better than being alive in medieval like France. I'd rather just get rabies.
Sorry, I'm laughing at myself. You're like, what else is there to do? I'm like, rabies.
But it was a valid suggestion. It ended up being completely valid. This isn't in France, but a lot of the werewolves are there.
Yeah,
I got a yawn. Hang on.
you're good.
I've had such a hard day over nothing. In early 1651, a shepherd found a calf with its throat torn open by the forest, which immediately set off alarm bells for the villagers. Then, some villagers began to whisper that they had seen a great wolf near Hans's home. A local woman accused Hans directly when she claimed her rooster had vanished after Hans passed her home in the evening. Another villager accused Hans directly after he said he found bloody wolf tracks leading towards Hans's home. By the end of the accusations, Hans was linked to at least 15 animal deaths. Despite the lack of attacks on humans, the villagers' fear only grew until Hans was arrested later that year. This case is interesting because there's no human attacks. Hans is never accused of attacking any humans.
He's just catching strays from everyone.
Yeah, like he's literally catching strays. Like he's just getting random animals.
Yeah.
And of course, it might not even be him. There could be an actual wolf.
Mm-hmm.
But upon his arrest, Hans confessed to being a werewolf quickly, and without any of the torture methods we typically see in these kinds of trials. He spilled the beans about how he became a werewolf, his nightly hunts, and all kinds of other details. Hans was asked by the judge whether he felt more like a beast. No, I can't read. Hans was asked by the judge whether he felt more like a man or a beast, and Hans replied that he felt more like a beast. The judge also inquired about Hans's transformation. Was it an actual physical transformation or just a spiritual one? How did he feel when he transformed? Hans answered that he felt like a wild beast when he transformed rather than a man. He also claimed that his transformation was physical as well, as he bore the scars of a dog who had bitten his leg while he was in wolf form. These were These were important factors in a werewolf trial, since a physical transformation implied the use of magic, whereas the mind leaving the body and hunting as a wolf only implied lycanthropy. Which that's an interesting dichotomy there, I feel like. You're not
Yeah.
just a werewolf if your mind is leaving your body and like projecting either into a different form or your or your mental consciousness itself is taking on a wolf form of its own. But the moment your body changes, you're a fucking witch.
Yeah.
Given Hans' quick and thorough confession, you might imagine that he would be rewarded by the courts for his compliance. This was not the case, unfortunately. Not only was Hans found guilty of lycanthropy, but he was also found guilty of witchcraft as well. The witchcraft charge was tacked on due to his physical transformation, which was considered a magical transformation, whether Hans was aware of the nature of it or not. Which seems really unfair. That
It
like you might not know you're doing witchcraft, but you're doing witchcraft.
yeah.
The court also believed that this man in black was Satan, which meant that Hans had been gifted with a magical ability by the devil himself. Hans was sentenced to death at only 18 years old and was by most accounts hanged before his body was burned at a pyre in the town square. There is no record of whether or not the killing stopped after his death. Hans is particularly sad because he was most likely only accused because of his low social status and likely isolation. Unlike Thies, Hans had no one to come forward during his trial to offer testimony on his behalf or any kind of support. If he had family or even a single friend, they did not show. This offers strong evidence that once again, the village outcast was the target of such trials. That is the sad story of Hans,
It
the
is.
werewolf.
Um, I did bring up my thing of it because I knew it was a short story.
Hmm.
But do you want the record of like witch trials that happened in Estonia at this time?
Yeah, go ahead.
In just 4 decades between 1610 and 1615, Estonia recorded at least 100 witch trials. 55 people were executed, 29 women, and 26 men. Many were accused not of brewing potions or casting spells, but of becoming beasts.
Crazy how it's just crazy how shit like that spirals out of control.
It really is. Four
Like
decades,
it's 40 years, over 100
20,
witch trials.
25 in 10
Hmm.
years.
25 per decade.
That's crazy.
25 people killed every decade for, which is not as bad as some places.
No, like
And I'll be honest,
France.
the Livonian courts seem to be a little bit less disgusting overall.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
if you're like Thies and you have somebody to like testify on your behalf, like they're just gonna tell you to get out of here.
yeah, because they tried him before and they were like, He's just him." And
Yeah,
then church robbery happens and he's like, "Actually, I'm the star of the show. Focus on me."
yeah, get your attention back to me. But this wasn't the case for Hans. Like Hans was literally just like a guy trying to do his job, a very young man, barely out of his teenage years, technically still in them at 18.
Yeah.
And like it's people once again, people just didn't like him. He was lonely, he lived isolated, he was closer to the woods than they were. They just
It's so
it's another
sad.
story. The amount of people that lost their lives over nonsense like that is extremely sad.
I went
And the fact that nobody testified for Hans at all.
Yeah, which is the worst part. But I also thinking like around this time wouldn't he be almost considered middle-aged to a point?
It depended on the region. So the mortality rates of the past, it's not that everybody, if the average life expectancy is 30,
Not
right?
everyone dies by 30.
It should more be construed as, um if you make it to 30, you're going to live forever.
Yeah.
Like once if you hit 30 was that point where if you made it to that point, you were in the clear. So, and that's because it was skewed because of infant mortality rates.
Yeah.
Because infant mortality and children's mortality was so high. Once you hit your adult years, you were kind of in the clear unless something weird happened,
Like the plague.
like war. Yeah, war, plague, somebody thought you were a werewolf, shit like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe that's what I would use my time travel discussed in the last episode for. I would go say, "Hey, Hans is a nice guy. I've never seen him be a werewolf." And they'd
Then
be like,
you're also
why are you in the company of a man without a guardian present?" I'm like, "I just do the gardening. I'm outside. I've never been in his house."
did like fucking hits a button and teleports out.
That's gonna look real bad for him if I teleport out. So your gardener is a witch, huh?
Oh,
I
he
I
dies before the trial even starts.
you, you know what? I also find the Man in Black thing super interesting because typically you don't hear about a lot of Men in Black,
I feel like
except for like the Men in Black.
well, we also get in some of the stories, and I think with the Benedonti, even a black figure. So not necessarily like
Right.
men in black, but like black figures.
The moment that, but he said this was like an actual man
Yeah.
dressed in all black. And my initial thought to that was, oh my God, it's Johnny Cash.
Oh
Why
my.
is Johnny? So the whole time I was writing this story, all I could think was it was Johnny Cash walking up to him and being with a voice. I mean, a voice like thunder. Come on now.
Literally.
Wh-
I
I know
heard
Johnny
that
Cash
train a
is
coming,
it's
rolling
going
round the
around the bend.
bend.
Yeah. Uh, God's gonna cut you down is such a good song. I was listening to it in the car the other day, and every time I hear it, I'm like, oh, this is a good song.
I feel like
Um,
I want to watch rewatch the movie that they did.
Johnny Cash,
Well, it's about his life.
Walk the Line.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that was what it was called, but yeah, the whole time I was writing this, I was thinking, why is Johnny Cash biting people in the forest of Estonia?
I could see him being a time traveler.
I feel like Keanu Reeves could definitely be a time traveler, although
Uh,
he's finally starting to age a little bit.
who is oh my gosh, what's his name? He did Karate Kid, the original one.
Jackie Chan?
No, the kid in the original one.
Oh, I don't know.
He didn't age. He does not look his age at all.
I don't even know if Jackie Chan was actually in that movie. I just
No,
know he did a lot of martial arts movies around that time.
I don't think he was in the original. I know that he did the remake with oh fuck, what's his name? Is it Jaden? Jaden Smith?
Jaden Smith, yeah.
Yeah. I don't watch many movies, so I don't know actors' names.
Yeah, I'm. Who is even the. Oh, yeah, Mr. Miyagi is played by Pat Morita in the original one.
Who is the kid? Because he did not
The kid.
age.
Ralph Macchio, William Zabka. I don't know.
I'm looking.
I think it's Ralph Macchio.
It is. He does not look his age.
Um, Jackie Chan, though, looks really good, which is part of the reason I thought you were talking about Jackie Chan.
He does look really good.
He looks really good. Um, but he also stayed active for a lot of his life. Mark getting married.
Mark got married, which is so funny.
Sage and I were big Unis Honest fans, and also we have been big fans of Mark for years, and also of
Sorry, my camera's out of focus.
because we're talking about I was about to mention like Distractable. We're big fans of that, and also Bob and Wade too. So we keep up to date on the news about them.
Well, and then like, so it was the 20th that they got married, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. I don't have Instagram, so I saw the
I
news
sent
on.
you a screenshot of their Instagram.
Did you?
I did.
How did I lose it?
Because I sent you where it said the date. Yeah,
Oh,
9/20. And I think at the beginning of September was when we had our conversation about like, oh, are they gonna ever get married? And then I was like
yeah,
doing a deep dive, like, oh my god, they're wearing rings.
yeah,
And then it was like, what, 2 weeks later is when they came out that they got married.
yeah. Like I was getting nervous because a lot of times when men date a woman for like 10 years and then they're still not married, it's because they're using that woman as like a placeholder.
Yeah.
And they'll dump her at some point because they meet the woman of their dreams and then marry that woman within like 6 months. And if Mark had done that to Amy, I would have stopped watching him.
I would have been
So I'm
so
glad they
mad.
got married so I can stop worrying about it.
Yeah. I will. It was just so funny because it was like we had that conversation not that long ago.
Oh.
And then for us, I hate that my camera's not focused on me. What are you focused on?
It looks focused to me.
It does not look focused to me at all.
This is crazy. I went to the doctor recently and she took my blood pressure and she was like, "Are you often quite low?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Like how low?" I said, "I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I just know it's low." And she goes, "Okay." And I was like, "Am I dying?"
Do you remember when we were younger and people used to think you were a vampire just naturally?
Did they?
Did you not know?
No.
There was a lot of people at the restaurant that were convinced you were a vampire.
I wish I'd known. That's cool as fuck.
And I thought that you were aware of that.
I was not aware.
Sorry, now you're aware.
I guess they weren't telling me because they're worried I'd like come to their house and drink their blood or something.
I just remember you weren't there one night. You had called in because I think, I think you were actually sick. But
Probably.
it was a Wednesday and you called in. And there was like 6 of us there, which was weird for a Wednesday because there for a while it was just me and you getting our asses handed to us.
Right?
But there was so many because you had called in, so they like called everyone in. And I
They had to
remember
bring 5 people in to make up for one of us.
which was bullshit. 'Cause it's like, where were all of these people when we were getting sat like table after table, getting our asses handed to us,
Right.
having a full restaurant, and both of us like ready to just start crying at some points.
Right. Right. Where were y'all?
But and then we were dead that evening.
Right.
But I
Of
was still
course,
on
because I
closing.
wasn't there. It's because I was out there eating all the people.
But oh, I remember sitting there and someone's like, they asked me, like, have you ever seen Megan eat garlic? And I was like, no, I don't typically watch Megan eat. And they're like, I really feel like she's a vampire. And I was like, I don't know. I mean, they're like, well, you hang out with her all the time. And I was like, yeah, but we're never like out eating. Typically, we're like doing sketchy things.
Yeah. I know she can drink alcohol. That's about it.
And they were like, have you guys ever done anything that was like spooky? And this was right after the graveyard Ouija board thing. And I was like, I mean, yeah. And they were like, did she try to eat you? And I was like, no. And they're like, so you've never seen her eat garlic? I was like, when would I see her around garlic?
That's crazy because I used to order Papa John's to our workplace sometimes, and I got extra garlic sauce.
So I see, but I was
What did they think I did with it?
I don't know.
I kept one in my purse for emergency situations if people didn't get garlic sauce. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do remember that. But at
What they
this,
think
I
was that
don't,
a decoy?
I don't know.
My
But
decoy purse
they
garlic
were really
sauce.
concerned about the fact that they had never seen you around garlic. And I was
Was it
like,
just that one person or was it more than
there
one?
was, it was five of us sitting there talking.
And all five of all five except for you
I was
were
just
like,
like, I wasn't aware that we thought she was a vampire. I will say I've been alone with her quite a lot, and she hasn't killed me, so I assume she's not. And then,
I'm no, I'm. You
and then
should have been like, you should have told them. No, she's definitely a vampire. She's just racist and doesn't eat brown people. She thinks we're yucky. She says we taste funny.
oh god, I just remember sitting there because it was all the high schoolers because it was the afternoon, so you know that
Oh,
that's when we all worked. But I was just like, so yeah, at that point I had already dropped out of school and was working full time. But I just was
that's.
like what?
I know I'm pale, but damn.
And then they all got released. What time did we close at 9? Didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless it was
So
the summer, then we closed at 10 back then.
I
We
don't
had summer hours.
I don't remember that.
They
But
ended way before COVID.
I don't know, but I just they all got cut at 8, and then I was there from 8 to 9 by myself, and then I got hammered.
Of course. Of course, that's how that worked. Well,
Yeah.
that's an honor to know. So I definitely would have been on trial.
Definitely.
It's modern times when people are well aware vampires don't exist and they're still concerned. Have you seen Megan eat garlic?
I was like,
Now they would be so concerned now because I don't think I look any older
"No,
than
you
I did
don't."
back then.
I think you
So I
I
think
think
I
you
look younger, if anything.
I was trying to find a picture the other day of us from the restaurant, and none of our selfies are normal. So the only picture that I really have of us is when you stacked a bunch of glasses on.
I have a picture of us not at work, but at Taco Bell after work.
The face swap
It,
one.
it's the same evening, yeah. It's the same evening.
Was that before the neck brace or after?
I don't know because I also have pictures of us at Taco Bell when you had your neck brace. We went there all the time after work.
Yeah, it
Because,
was.
see, we were young adults in a pre COVID world where things were open 24/7.
I miss it.
God, I miss 24/7 Walmart. I would,
Going grocery shopping at 1 a.m. just did something for your soul.
yeah, I would beat a witch hunter to death with a hammer to be able to go shop at Walmart at 1 a.m. again.
I miss it. I miss that. I miss going to restaurants super late at night. Because, I feel like most restaurants that used to be 24 hours are no longer 24 hours.
Nope. Most of them aren't.
Because I think the Taco Bell in that town, at least, they only closed for 2 hours before they opened back up to.
They're still open super duper late. I
Are
don't know if
they?
it's 24. I don't know if it's 24 hours, but it's close at least.
Yeah, well, it used to be they would close at 3 a.m. and then reopen at
Mm.
5.
I think they still do that.
Okay. I just knew that for a long time it was
Yeah.
9 p.m., everything's closed, be in your house.
Yeah, no, they went back to their regular hours, I think, because I've gone to Taco Bell pretty late, like while on vacation.
I miss.
Not vacation in another place, obviously. Just when I take a vacation from work, I just take time off. That's all it is. I'm just not going to work. I don't go anywhere.
I
So,
will be back in Indiana in December.
yay! We can shoot an in-person episode
I
together.
know. I'm so excited.
Do you have any final thoughts about Hans?
I don't think he was a werewolf.
No,
He's not.
no, just some poor kid.
Literally.
It's crazy that you could just go back in time. Like if you maybe not us cuz we're women. But if either of our men went back in time, they could just go be doctors for no reason. They could just show up in a town and be like, "Yeah, I'm the doctor." And people would go to them
I
without
mean
question
this
or
with
hesitation.
love to both of our men. But if they walked into a town and told me they were a doctor, I would be leaving the town.
Yeah. I mean, Your husband's foreign and has a very strong accent, so I actually don't. So he would probably actually be like the town's premier doctor. They'd be like, he comes from a foreign land with foreign knowledge. He knows many things. And they're like, and then the other doctor down there knows every drug that's ever been created, including ones that haven't been made yet, because he's from a small town in the Midwest. Yeah. Nobody in that town would be feeling any pain, I'll tell you that much.
No. This is gonna
I saw
sound
a
so
tick.
dentist gonna be like, someone's gonna be like, oh, my tooth hurts. Just it doesn't hurt
He's
anymore.
ripping it out, and Daryl's right there with the morphine.
They're the dream team.
Yeah, the dynamic duo of dentistry.
Well, hopefully we will see you all again next week. I don't know how much of this episode stayed in.
Yeah, we probably had to cut out a substantial amount because we have been yapping for a while. We just got off on a tangent and kept going. We'll probably, rather than cutting for like content, we'll probably end up having to cut for time. So
Yeah.
that it's at least not 20 minutes of a story and then 70 minutes of us talking.
Or I'll just cut out parts that. We'll see how I edit this.
All right. Well, guys, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please email us at the email that is down below. Send us your stories. Send us anything we've missed in our episodes. Just let us know. Keep in touch.